Life is very nuanced. Sometimes we see it in one stroke of the brush, and we don't see distinction. We don't appreciate the uniqueness. But if we look more carefully, a little more discerning, we can see distinction, uniqueness in everything in life. Especially when it comes to feelings. There, it might be more difficult to be discerning because it might be the same feeling of love or the same basic feeling of fear. And therefore, we group it all together, which is natural. Welcome to Tanya today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zichron Kedoshim in Montreal, Canada, where it's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We begin chapter 44. Chapter 44, of course, a continuation of what we learned previously. We spoke about love. And we spoke about two basic types of love. Avarabba, which means a magnanimous, amazing, huge form of love. That's a gift from above of delighting, having pleasure in God. Not because God did something for me. As the guy says to his friend, listen, buddy, we used to be good friends, but hey, what have you done for me lately? Now, I haven't had any pleasure from you, so what have you done for me? That's how most love is.
It's a conditional love.
Right, a conditional love. Avarabba, this pleasure it's not just not conditional. It's a delighting in God because he's God. Not what he's done for me lately. That's something's a gift from above. And then there is what we can achieve. We can Abba Zutra, the smaller form of love, Abbas Oilam as we call it, love of the world, because we naturally love things of this world, right? And love of God would mean that we transplant that love, not for the physicality of it, not for the senses that drive us towards that thing, but we look beyond it and we understand that there's a divine force of God, and that's what we want to connect to be bonded to. Love is a connection. Love is a bond. So you may see work as a means to make money, or for the love of God, you go to work because you see behind that that's a way that God has given you, that you could connect to him through work. As a matter of fact, parenthetically, so, after our 120 years in this world, and we stand before the heavenly court, the first question we are asked, did you do your business dealings or your work with trust and faith in God? Meaning, were you honest in your work? Trusting in God that he is the source of your livelihood and therefore being honest. So going to work can be because, oh, God's giving me an opportunity that through work, I could serve him. I could connect to him through the work that I do. And therefore that motivates me for that divine connection that I can make to him. For the love of God, right? So continues now in chapter 44, taking these two grades of love, Ava Rabba, Ava Selam. The Alter Rebbe says that they're subdivided into limitless shades and gradations, each according to the spiritual capacity of every individual. As we say in Eishes Chayil every Friday night, the woman of valor, right? Zohar says that on the verse, Noida B'Shanim Baila, that her husband is known at the gates. So guess who the husband is? Who do you think the husband is? God Almighty is the husband, right? It's a metaphor. I mean, there's a literal meaning of Eishes Chayil, but it serves as a metaphor. God is the husband, and he's known at the gates. Who's he known by? By us souls down here. And what does it mean he's known at the gates? Well, the word shar gates means everybody has a gate, an opening in the mind and the heart of how much, what's our capacity to know God. To know God, as we know, das, right? The knowledge of God, the awareness of God is what then feeds the heart. So everybody, we all have our gate, how big our gate, how wide our gate is, how much we can become aware, how much that awareness can be fed to our heart. And everybody's different gradations. As opposed, and that is because these are the secrets that are known to the Lord our God. In other words, what's a secret? What's in your heart's a secret. How much do you have? How much do I have? The love of God in my heart. Well, God really knows. I don't even know. God really knows, right? As opposed to when it comes to the action of doing a mitzvah. Well, that we're all equal. Torah mitzvahs, that's revealed to us. Revealed to us. In other words, one law. The Jew has to keep Shabbos. No difference me or the Rebbe. No difference the Rebbe or you, another Jew, right? We all have to give charity. Okay, it might be difference in amounts that we give, but the obligation to give, there's no difference. All Jewish men have to put on tefillin. There's no difference, right? Those are the revealed things to us. But when it comes to love and awe of God, those are hidden things of the heart. That varies greatly. The gate of the mind, that is the gateway to the heart of das. There's great distinction between people. We're not equal. Okay? Yet, that's a general principle, says the Alter Rebbe. There's one singular and unique love that incorporates both, all the distinction and gradations of both Ava Rabba, the magnanimous love that comes from above, and Ava So'ilam, which is that of the world, right? The transference of the mundane to the love of God, right? That are equally found because they're an inheritance from the patriarchs. We have equal access, equal capability. And this is what the Zohar writes. The Zohar says on the verse in Isaiah that says, Nafshi v'sich balayla. My soul, I desire you at night. Says the Zohar. What does that mean? My soul, I desire you. That you should love God with the love of your soul and spirit, just as your body loves your soul, right? Why does your body love your soul? Because your soul gives you life. So you love it. Hey, same thing. God gives you life. Love him. That's what I desire. God is my true soul, my true life. Therefore, that's why I desire him. Right? Why is a person, right now, do you desire life? No. You know why? Because it's a given, right? But go into the desert without water, and all of a sudden you're exhausted, you're thirsty, and you desire life. That's right. You really desire life. Right now, we don't because we got it. It's given. It's there. But when you would be in the desert, exhausted, terribly thirsty, oh, I'm just going to have a bottle of water now. Boy, that bottle of water is life. Likewise, when you go to sleep, exhausted, and you're restored in the morning, you yearn. When you awake, rejuvenated. You feel the presence of your soul in you and your life. Given back to you. Right. Well, so says the Zohar, out of a love of God, we should rise up and exert ourselves every morning, every night in the study of Torah and doing mitzvahs, recognizing that that God is giving us life, our very soul that desires life. Why do you desire life? Because you desire life. There's no reason why. Well, I desire life so I could, we want life because we want life. So know that God is your life, and therefore that's why you desire him. And therefore, we now, with that awareness, exert ourselves in a manner, exert ourselves in the learning of Torah right now in a manner that you're thirsty for the life that it's giving you, that Torah. It's pretty powerful. So what do we have over here? We have two elements over here. We have the avarabba over here. The avarabba is something given from above, we explained, right? Well, this is given from above. The God is your soul. And you want life. Your soul gives you life. So you're thirsty. Why are you thirsty for God? Well, because he's your very soul. That's a given. That's like avarabba from above. Avasalam, it's like, because it's a transference. I'm transferring the desire of my soul for life that's just a human thing. What's human? Well, who doesn't want life? We all want life. God forbid, not to want life is, of course, a deviation, a corruption. And we shouldn't think of it any other way. Compassion maybe to such a person and to help them, but we shouldn't think of it as anything normative. Yeah, and therefore, listen, nothing's wrong with me, but life's not going the way I expected, so let me just end it, right? With today's laws. Oh, I'm not going there. So it's a transference like Avas Olam, right? That there's a world. I mean, there's life. And that life could be just, I desire life because that's what I desire. No, the transference over here is God's my life because he's my soul. So he's my very soul. He's my very source of life. And therefore I want him. And therefore I engage in my study of Torah right now in a manner that he's the source of life and giving me life through the Torah that I study of his, through the mitzvah that I do of his, and so on. So it's a combination of the two. Is that clear? I hope so. Any questions? Another golden nugget today. Many people are learning for different hostages. Thank you. It's beautiful. Today's Yom HaShoah. So we remember the 6 million who didn't have a choice in giving up their lives. Their life was given up for the mere fact that they were Jewish. They are truly holy, those 6 million. And learning the Torah today for their neshamas, for their souls. Yeah, I thought I saw maybe a question, but I don't. And of course, for the IDF, finishing the job, the hostages, absolutely. So, David, did I miss something? No, I see the chat here. Oh, maybe I'm seeing Facebook. No, there is from YouTube. I see people chatting. And coming up next, it'll be Rambam. We're learning the laws of Shabbos. All right, all right. So let's just say hello. We haven't said hello for a while. We have heroic guy with us. Boker Tov. Jeff, welcome. In West Bloomfield, Michigan. Davida, Liba, New York. Clem is in Brisbane, Australia. Robert in London, England. Patricia, I forget where you're from. Remind me. John, North Carolina. Rabab is in Morocco. Akoy is in Lima, Peru. Daphne in South Carolina. Sandy is in Michigan. David in California. June is in Australia. Rena in Colorado. Who else is with us? Carmen in Texas. TJ is in Australia. Diane is in Arizona. Leah in Florida. Who else? Moshe, I think, is in California, if I'm not mistaken. Joe Jack. I don't know if that's, where are you? Denise is in New Jersey. Dana in Washington. Yeah. Joe, welcome. Gilly's in Georgia. Vicky is in Eureka, California. Joe, welcome. Greta, Dayton, Ohio. Karen in Springfield, Ohio. We got some Ohioans. Is that how you call them? More than one? Jenny, Boker Tov. I missed somebody. Irene is in. I don't remember. You have to remind me. Alice, thank you for joining. Patricia is in Ohio. Another. Eugenia in Calgary. Tina, South Carolina. In Phoenix is Gosia. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Excuse me if I didn't. Tim is in Texas. Oh, okay. Tessin, welcome. David, Fred in Uganda. In Washington State, we have Joe. Yeah. Okay. We have Rachel with us. We have Alice. Nancy. Marina. Chava. All right. It's beautiful. Okay, folks. Rambam, Laws of Shabbos coming up. Come and join us.